This past weekend at Pokemon Worlds held in Tokyo, Japan, Pokemon came out and said that they were going to make an immediate monetary donation of $200,000 to the Hawaii Wildlife Relief Fund. This announcement came directly before they announced that next year's Pokemon Worlds was going to be held in Honolulu, Hawaii. So during the final day of Pokemon Worlds over there in Tokyo, they had this post on Twitter, and it reads this: "Our hearts go out to all those who have been impacted by the devastating wildfires in Hawaii. To support relief efforts, the Pokemon Company International is making an immediate monetary donation of $200,000 to its partner, Global Giving, through its Hawaii Wildfire Relief Fund." There's actually a couple conversations with this that I would like to have, and I would also like to know your guys' opinions down in the comments just on this in general. Not saying that this is a situation or this is bad. It's obviously not bad. A monetary donation of $200,000 is a lot of money. I know that there's a lot of conversation out there, and you can definitely tell down here in the comments, even this one right here, the third one. $200,000 is less than 0.00023% of $88 billion, which is what Pokemon is worth. Pokemon is the #1 highest grossing media franchise in the world. You know, $200,000, that's chump change to them. Well, in the grand scheme of things, I mean, it is a lot of money. $200,000 is a lot of money. I feel like people see the numbers $88 billion and they just think that they can donate $1 billion. I feel like a lot of that $88 billion is already spent. You know what I mean? Like, Pokemon is forever growing. They're forever spending this money that they're making. So, you know, $200 is quite a bit of money. So let's just definitely hammer that on the head, and hopefully we can agree that at the end of the day, man, $200K is a lot of money. People just see the net worth and just assume that these companies can just donate their entire net worth. It doesn't work like that. A lot of these comments are saying that they should give a little bit more, which, you know, that's a difficult conversation, and that's, you know, with Pokemon Company. I'm actually curious, like, are there other companies donating even this much or around this much? At least, like, Pokemon is donating, and $200,000, man, I'm going to stand by it, is quite a bit of money. Now, the other piece of the conversation that I'd like to have down in the comments, I'd like to know your thoughts. I'm obviously not accusing Pokemon of anything, but I am just curious of what you guys think, is that this announcement came directly before their announcement that they will be doing Pokemon Worlds next year in Honolulu, Hawaii. In my opinion, I think that's just a very difficult situation for Pokemon to be in. Obviously, Pokemon Worlds is planned way far in advance. It's probably a year in advance, definitely months in advance, way before the wildfires happened. That is definitely for sure. You know, that's a for sure thing, that this was planned way far in advance, and that these fires happen kind of uncontrollably, definitely uncontrollably, to the Pokemon Company. One way or another, it is tradition to kind of announce where the next Pokemon Worlds is during the current Pokemon Worlds, and that's just kind of something that is going with tradition. And I feel like they were in a sticky position where if they were just going to announce that they were going to be in Hawaii next year and all this partying and cheering, and, you know, they were definitely risking quite a bit of criticism and ridicule, in my opinion, if they were to just let that air. Now, I'm not saying that Pokemon didn't do this out of the, you know, goodness of their hearts, or that they thought that this was money well spent, because they for sure could have. And I've seen, you know, they've donated before. They've donated to BLM. They've donated to other things. And I think that, you know, they're not like shy when it comes to donating to a cause. But I do think that this was done in a tiny bit with damage control in mind, at least. You know, so I'm wondering if the final day was happening during the wildfires and they were like, dude, we gotta do something about this or we're gonna be like ridiculed pretty hard. And I don't know if that's even true either, but it is interesting. Either way, I think this video, I just kind of made it to just kind of make you guys aware that Pokemon is donating 200 grand fire relief fund. I think this is an incredibly sad situation. I love Hawaii just like anybody else, and, you know, I think the situation that some of those people are put in is just absolutely devastating, and, you know, my heart goes out to them and their families and anyone who's just kind of suffering that situation. But, you know, we'll kind of see, I guess, what the state of Hawaii is a year from now, and, you know, it could be better, it could be worse, and I feel like we just kind of have to respect that situation and just kind of plan accordingly. And I know Pokemon will plan accordingly, but I know these events are pretty epic and pretty hard to pull off, and there's probably a lot of issues and a lot of back end stuff that we don't know and we don't understand. But I do think that this donation is cool. I don't know of any other brands or companies or things that I follow that have been willing to, you know, donate this much or even a sizable amount. I think it's really cool of Pokemon to do that, but I am curious if they're, you know, if this was a bit of damage control, and, you know, what kind of the side of this conversation looks like. Either way, you know, I think it's cool they're donating, but, you know, it is kind of brutal, and I think they were put in a bad situation with the announcement that they were going to be doing Pokemon Worlds next year in Hawaii. Anyways, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. We'll catch you guys on the next one.